we're good. So go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, so we got Chris in the blue, I guess, if you're doing team colors, and
Yep.
yellow in the red. It is, of course, a Huns War to start the series off. And I'm looking at the map from Chris first off. Chris has a pretty nice main gold, and he actually has, I mean, the wood lines are a bit far away, but he has three options that he can use for the wood. The berries are in the back, but the stones are kind of forward, as well as his secondary gold.
Two of them.
But
Yep.
not a terrible map, that's for sure. And not a
Yep.
lot of hills around as
I-
well, which is
I'll
always
talk a
nice.
little bit about Yellow's map then. Yellow does have a gold on the back. On a small hill, he does have the wood line above his TC. Apart from that, all his other wood lines, well, he does have two more on the right-hand side on the front. And he probably won't be going for those as he's going for the one above his TC. To the back of his base, he has his forge bush there right in the middle of another wood line. He could definitely use that, but he also has many options for wood, and he also has a fairly decent gold if you consider that his wood lines are providing a little bit of a wall for him. Both players having a fairly open map, I'd say, not a map you could wall off too easily. Chris maybe could pull off a wall. He
Well,
walls
I
off the
think yellow
right-hand side of
can
his wood
actually
line.
wall pretty easily
Yeah,
here. Like the one side anyway, not the
yeah,
whole map, the one side
yeah,
for
yeah, for
sure.
sure.
But look at yellow's berries are so weird. The way they're kind of like
He almost can't collect
in the
from
wood
them. He
there.
can only
Yeah,
collect from two of the forge bushes there out of the six, so that's actually
he
really
can collect it
unfortunate.
with like four at a time, I think, once he gets back into
Hmm.
those back four there, but that's not a massive deal. I mean, I can't see where his steer on the other side, so not really pushable at all. But I don't think that's a massive deal to have the berries like that.
Yeah, he's gonna get the boar in now, and perfect timing there from Yo. He's gonna get the boar in now. Chris, he's already gotten his boar in, and he does have the other boar on the right hand side. Looking for Chris's deer, then he could lure in his deer. However, if you look, he's actually scouting already, and he will be scouting Say My Name or Yellow face out. It's a Huns War in game one. I assume, just looking at the builds, we have three on wood from both players. We'll be seeing scouts, but it's really hard to tell. I mean, players can always send more over to wood at any time and just change things up, and we could always see villagers go forward as well. So it's just a matter
Look
of
at
paying
Chris though.
attention.
He's hanging out near Yellow's boar, and he
Yes, I
sees the
see
villager.
this.
Does he
Oh,
see it coming in?
I do not know. He's
Yeah, he
right
does see it
there.
now. Is he gonna try and? Yeah,
Oh,
he's gonna try and lame it.
and there is
Come on,
loom
Chris.
for yellow. I think he could still pull it off. We've seen this pulled off many times. Does he want to stop
Nah,
the
he's too
boar? He's
close
going to
now.
try and
He
stop the
might
boar.
stop boar.
I will say yellow's
Nah,
doing a
he's not
great
even gonna
job
do it.
there. See how yellow did stay and shoot the boar a couple times? That was well done. I really like that from yellow. And good attempt there from Chris. Oh, and yellow's villager could have taken another hit or two, but it was definitely close. But well done from Chris. I mean, even that is a little bit of delaying. If you look, Chris is already well on his second board. It's only on 55 food remaining. So that was well done. Well done.
And Chris is about 1.5 villagers ahead as well, just because of the loom. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little bit ahead now. Although just saw the fourth villager coming out of the wood, and yellow actually saw four vills on wood before for Chris, so he might have an idea of what's actually coming his way.
Now
But players change their mind all the time.
you were somewhat right about Yellow's berries here. I think he could fit a fifth one on the forge bush on the right hand side, but
No,
it is going to be awkward
once
for
he
him.
gets down to those last four, it's only
Then
going to
he'll
be
be
about
stuck.
four efficiently.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But look at the time difference here. We have going up with 20 vills Chris. Yellow has yet to click up. He's going to be way behind in my opinion. He's going for a second lumber camp to the left hand side. He already has a second one to the right. Pretty defensible though. And maybe going for the extra vill is better, but that's a big difference in time. 40 seconds. See how he chooses to play it out. Chris, he's gotten some good scouting. If you look at his scouting, he sees the gold and the wood
He
lines now.
sees everything important
Yep,
there, yeah.
exactly.
Sees the closest stone, the main gold, the wood lines, both of the wood lines, and the berries as well. So he knows that yellow has a fairly defensible base here.
Now, I want to pay attention to what Chris is doing. He's sending villagers out, more villagers out to his barracks. He is actually walling this off. I thought Chris's map was maybe a little bit more wallable. He's walling in between the tree lines and the stones, and then he's also walling between the barracks and the tree line. He'll probably build a stable there in that space above the barracks. And then does he have it scouted? He does have it scouted. Very good scouting from Chris, I will say. He also will need to palisade to the right of his wood line there, but that's going to free him up a lot of space. Going to get the stable up before yellow here. And yellow, taking a look at what yellow's doing, getting the barracks up to the right of the TC, and also could wall this off as well. I think you were correct in correcting me and saying that both players could wall this off pretty easily.
I'm always correct at correcting you.
Oh, wow. Wow, that hurt.
Yeah. Ooh, oh,
Ooh, wow.
God.
Okay, it's starting to hurt for real now, so stop.
So how many
Ooh,
scouts
yeah.
do you think, how invested do you think they're going to be in here? I
Well-
can't see them getting too invested because they're just both kind of walling up here.
Correct. If
bit.
one player walls up, well, Chris is going for greedy walls. I think. Look at how far he's walling. He could have just walled from the wood line to like
Yeah.
where his berries are, but he's actually going to wall, I think, to the edge of the map, maybe. Potentially, he's definitely walling very far. But anyway, back to what you were saying. If you know both players are walled up, then maybe you will only invest in a couple of scouts.
And
But
like
if you
Yellow's
yourself,
already seen, like
Yeah,
Yellow's already seen the walls, so
yeah, exactly. Does Chris? Let's see what Chris. Well, he doesn't see it, but I think these guys are of high enough level where I can assume such a thing. Well, I guess we'll see how it plays out as the scouts are now walking across the map or galloping, whatever. However, back to what I was saying, if you get the walls up, it's kind of all in your hands. You can boom up behind, or you can apply pressure. Nothing really changes there, and it's kind of a mysterious thing because no one knows what's happening behind your walls. And if both players wall, you're probably more inclined to not go as aggressive. But right now, Chris, he has 4 scouts out with his original scout, and yellow, I think, is actually investing a little bit more, has now 6. And is he going to go for another one here? I'll take a quick look if he is. I don't think so, but he is engaging with Chris now, and he's lost one, and Chris is going to go back. That's a good fight for Chris. If you look at the HP on
yeah,
his
that's
scouts.
a really good fight. And Chris is
Oof.
bringing the 5th one in now, so it's going to be even. And the HP on Chris's scouts is pretty much full, except
Yeah.
for that one that's at half.
And he's also going to make a spear there as well. I don't know if he should be fighting just at this time. It's about a little bit of micro and how you're focusing down the units. Hey, Chris is really doing a better job here, though. He's also going to have
he's
the
doing
spear.
a much better job here.
Oh, wow. That was a huge fight. Look at the dead bodies. 2 for yellow, 1 for Chris, and then also Chris is definitely going to chase this back because he has the spear. Well
And yellow
done
scouts
from
are
Chris.
weaker as well than Chris's, so I mean, like, pretty good, especially since they both invested the same amount in the scouts. So I'm looking at the economy right now. Yellow's getting wheelbarrow now, and they're even on vills.
So,
Chris's
Dave, I want
resources aren't that much better as well.
to ask you, is this open where yellow, yes, yellow's putting a palisade there now. It looked like it was open. And yellow just put a palisade there. Chris is coming in with his scouts. He's on the palisade wall here from yellow, and he's going to attack. There's actually no wall behind from yellow just yet. And I'm surprised at this. He's actually waiting.
No, he's
Chris is
coming in
continuing
now.
to send in scouts.
He's
Gonna
gonna
be in
come in
time.
now.
Yeah, he had plenty of time, though, it seems. And he's gonna repair it and just attack with his archers. And meanwhile, I don't know if you noticed, it looks like yellow is actually patrolling around with his scouts, but he is not going to be able to get through these walls. I am on Chris's point of view, and he's doing a good job with his eco.
Nothing here is going to be settled in Feudal Age. I think we can say that much. Unless there's not a hole there. I think we can say that much looking at the maps as they are pretty much walled up for both players, and I don't think either one is going to get through to do any significant damage in Feudal Age.
Yeah, Nilly in the chat is saying that this was not open, and actually if you click and you look, it looks like it wasn't open, but I think yellow put that palisade there just to make sure. Chris is definitely causing problems with his scouts. He knows yellow does not want to create any more scouts because it will risk his castle time being behind, so he's just attacking these walls, causing yellow to come over and wall behind. And he might just get in here. The villager's coming over. It's going to be close still. Oh, is he going to get in? There's only 3 archers. And you know what? These
Yeah,
scouts
he's in.
still have a lot of HP. He
Oh
is
boy.
in. And he's going to find a
But,
woodline.
I
He could
mean-
easily find a villager.
I think we might see a spear. Yeah, a spear coming out now from yellow. And I think Chris might get a couple villagers here before yellow spear actually gets there to clear it up.
This is actually a decent micro from yellow. He actually hasn't lost a villager just yet. He will lose 1. There's still 4 scouts from Chris already. This is, of course, a victory for Chris. Chris is on the way to Castle Age all the while as well. He's going to attack these archers, but will he attack any more villagers? That one is on 9 HP there. He did come back from the TC. It doesn't look like he's choosing to attack the villagers. He's just going for the archers, which is a wise decision as they will be upgraded to crossbow.
And actually,
wow.
yellow is in Chris's base because I think Chris deleted a wall there. So he's in with scouts, but like those scouts are gonna die so quickly here. One shot takes them all down from that spear.
Well, look at the difference in times. Chris has an extra vill, and he is ahead by 1 minute and almost 30 seconds up to the Castle Age. Ooh, Chris could lose a villager now on this farm though. Oh, she's not running back.
he might.
She's gonna die. Yeah.
Ahead
And-
by what Vil now? Not a
yeah,
Vil.
I didn't account for that. Sorry, guys. Chris is in a great position. He's already going up to 4 ranges. He, I assume, is going for... He has 3 archers, so I guess he's going to invest into crossbows. Sometimes you'll see players hold out for the Cav Archer upgrade. One more Vil gonna be picked off by yellow. Oh, well, that scout's on its dying breath, and yeah. Literally
my
on its dying
goodness.
breath, and he did get the Vil,
God.
so that's good.
Yeah, crossbow coming in for Chris now. And bodkin arrow right away. Heavy plow, bow saw, all the upgrades coming in for him. And yellow, to be fair, yellow's gonna have enough to make all those upgrades as well. And he'll have more population for crossbows.
I think yellow's going to be fine for now. He's holding this hill, which is a wise decision. He's not going to have the
And
upgrades
now-
for quite some time.
Man, now skirmishers coming out from Chris. Anyone who watched the last series against Loiza knows how much damage Chris can do with these skirmishers. So
And look at the
we'll
micro
see.
now from Chris. He's picked off 4 units. He hasn't lost... Well, he has lost 1, but still, there's 5 and almost 6 there. Well done. He's only had 5 crossbows here, and he's been fighting uphill as well. That is an amazing trade. And of course, crossbow is going to now come in for yellow, and yellow is going to be more confident in taking the fight.
Ooh,
These
elite
units...
skirmisher coming in from Chris now too.
That's
So
an
tough
interesting
to take that down with
decision.
just that many crossbows. He's got 11 crossbows, and I mean Chris is gonna have 10 elite skirmishers. That's not even a fight.
I mean, I'm really surprised at this decision. We saw, I mean, yellow saw 5 crossbows from Chris, and he's got to be thinking, okay, like anybody else, he's going to switch into cav archers. But nope, he's just going to get the elite
Nope.
skirm upgrade and switch into skirms.
Although yellow is
Interesting.
coming around to that wood line, so he might actually get a
Yes,
few
he
before Chris
is, and this
notices
is
here.
Big, yes, this is big. He's going to get 1 villager, 2 villagers, yes, 2 villagers, and the others are going to have to run away, and that wood line is in a bad position with these crossbows here. Those skirms are going to have to run an awful long way.
Well, see, now the cav archers are coming out from Chris. So he's got the skirms there, I guess as a meat shield and to push yellow back, but villagers... No, Chris is on top of it, pulling them back now.
Chris has the skirms, but he isn't doing anything with them. They're running an awful long way. Like I said, look at the amount of idols. 16 idols. He has no wood eco whatsoever at this point in time. This is really bad. He's bringing the skirms over now, and yellow is probably really happy that he was able to idle that much eco, and he's probably going to run away with his crossbows as well. He does see the elite skirm upgrade now, and so he knows what's up. He's probably a little bit baffled by that happening so soon.
And
Oh, the
running
wolves,
back to
Dave!
wolves.
The wolves! Woo, 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 woo! If you guys don't watch
Get
Dave and I
wrecked.
cast often, we like wildlife. Get wrecked, yellow! But anyway, it looks like Cav Archer's coming across from Chris. And, oh wow, I don't know if you noticed this, but this hole in yellow's wall still exists, and Chris could actually run in with his Cav Archers, but he's choosing
Yeah.
to run back.
No, yellow's... What time are you at, the way? Seems like you're a little bit behind me.
I'm at 26:30 now.
Okay, yeah, you're like 4 seconds behind me. All right, never mind.
That sucks. Okay. Ooh, Knight coming out from yellow, and he's going to try and focus down these skirms. The issue is that these skirms are doing a lot of damage to his crossbows, and now the cav archers are coming over from Chris, and he could probably focus down the Knight as well. He did lose a lot of skirms there. The Knight, GG Knight, and GG crossbows as well, so I think favorable for Chris. Real quick,
Also,
I want to
ballistics
take...
coming in for Chris as well. But yellow's coming forward with a lot more cav archers. He might actually cut these off.
Oh my! Where's Nilly when you need someone to scream? Oh man! I mean, it wasn't a massive amount of units, but still, there's no patrol, and he just shot the deer. He shot the deer.
Yeah.
Why did you shoot the deer? Oh man, this is a bad fight. I don't care if you even have 5 or 6 skirms. This is a bad fight.
Did you see what he did there? He just pulled back his cav archers.
Exactly.
So that yellow's
Well
cav
done.
archers would start targeting the skirms, and it's actually going to be not a bad fight for Chris here if he gets the rest of his skirmishers engaged and make sure. And his skirms are coming around from the other side as well. I think he's going to win that.
Oh, well done. Yes, and he also has an extra defense upgrade, and he also can reproduce a little bit quicker because he's closer to his base, and he's going to now push yellow back. Wow, that is well done. But the villager count, look at that, Dave. We're only one in it right now.
Chris is just now putting down his second TC, and yellow already has that one forward. So
I have to think.
This TC is going to get idled, though. I think the gold TC. If Chris pushes forward, I guess he's going around the other side now. It's weird.
I have to think that going with the elite skirm so early really delayed Chris from getting up his other TC. On this hill, yellow, there's another wolf. And I'd love to see him kill the one cav archer, but that's not really important because now the skirms are here. Cav archers are here. Yellow has to defend this hill. There's a wood line close by. Is he going to be able to do it? The skirms are in an odd place for Chris, and a Mangonel's coming for yellow. I think yellow should just be okay, and that is really important for him. Really, really important that he's held this. Dave, does yellow have ballistics at this point? I think he does. I might have missed that.
I don't think so. I'll check for you, though.
I mean, he has the university, so I assume that he does have that. But in the meantime, it looks like Chris is still pressuring this area. In fact, he's gone for a siege workshop and a Mangonel, and Dave had mentioned that this TC is going to be in a horrible position. Horrible position for yellow. He's going to idle the gold economy there, And honestly, I don't know where he could place another one. I guess he's putting another one to the left of his first one now, but there's a lot of hills really stopping him from placing other TCs. But this is going to be a big fight. Both players are going to have Mangonels. The one thing Chris has that yellow doesn't have is some elite skirms, and that's going to be big. Chris going for this Mangonel. He got it.
That's a good fight for Chris.
Killing a lot of
really good fight
cav
for Chris.
archers.
Pushing it back, and by the way, yellow does have ballistics. I mean, we pretty much figured he did, but he does, so I can confirm that. And the Mangonel, if Chris plays this right, yellow won't even be able to hit this Mangonel. He just sits it behind the cliff. Or near the cliff anyway, and hits the TC and idles it. He's got 6 villagers idling inside at the moment.
This will be interesting because yellow's sending out his own mag. Oh, he has the other one from the top of the hill coming, so he's going to have 2 shortly. It'll be interesting on how yellow fights this. Oh, he's ungarrisoned the one now. He has the other one there as well. He's going to fire on the skirms first. And 1-for-1 trade.
1-for-1.
How will this go? Because there's still another Mangonel there for yellow.
The fight's definitely going for Chris with 8 skirmishers there.
Yes, and another Mangonel.
It's not just the bonus they get, also have a bigger range than the cav archers, which really helps in fights like this, so...
Oh my word, look at the dead bodies everywhere. These cav archers just getting shredded by the skirms, and yellow has the villager lead, but I think he could lose this TC in time. He still has 1 Mangonel, but look at the military difference, 40 military for Chris. Incredible difference.
Yeah, it's just he's building it up, and yellow's producing at a good rate. Yellow can't sustain any of his military. I mean, he loses it as soon as he engages with Chris. And the skirmishers are just doing so well with him, and he can afford to do 1-for-1 with these Mangonels all day with the state of yellow's economy at the moment.
Yeah, I have to agree. I want to check the idle time real quick. The yellow does have much more idle time. Oh, he's actually repairing this Mangonel here and getting some good shots on the skirms, but still, like you said...
but Chris is in on the left.
Oh, he's in on the left as well, and he has the cav archers They're really mobile and they can kill a lot of villagers. And look
He
at the
could cut off
villagers
that wood line,
exposed.
my goodness. He needs to go in and cut off that wood line though, before yellow gets there, but now yellow's there. He might be able to pick
Yeah.
off 1 or 2.
Yeah, he picked one villager. He's running away now, which is a wise move. Yellow did the right thing to come over and help out. But look, is Chris going to find these gold villagers now? He's going to... Oh, no, he's going back.
Gold! Chris, the gold!
Yes, he is going to find the gold
Yes.
villagers. And one's down. He could chase them the entire way, really. I mean, these villagers are very slow. They're not on horseback. Sorry, villagers. You're going to probably die unless you split up. On the right side, it still looks like Chris has a good foothold. And Chris, who was behind in vills for a long time now, is actually catching up because of all the damage he's doing. Oh, and the trap from Chris. He's also coming over with his skirms to try and take out Yellow's units here. Oh, well done. Well done from Chris here. I think he's going to take this fight if Yellow does not go back.
Ouch.
Oh.
It's just, he's losing military for free at this point, and Ram coming forward from Chris. Good decision, I think. He might be making a few more. Yeah, he's made 2 Rams already, and that's going to be...
Oh, and the TC! The TC's gonna be denied!
Oh, no.
The villagers ran and they're like, okay, we can do this, guys. And they tried to build the TC there, and it got denied. Oh, man, not to mention the TC on the right-hand side is still having issues. It looks like that Ram's coming in and will probably go down, but one villager goes down as well. The Cav Archers, are they going in on the left? This is not looking good for Yellow, Dave.
No, like, what can he do at this point to stop it? Like, nothing.
Yeah, call the GG, I think. I think that's the answer. It's... The one thing, I thought Yellow... I mean, getting up to Castle Age a little bit later wasn't that big a deal. The one thing that was really weird for me is choosing to put this TC close to Chris. I don't know why he put this TC here. That was the root of his problems. He had a lot of his eco
I
idled.
think he should have put it
and-
on the left, right where his other TC didn't go up. Maybe, if he wanted to secure gold, I guess. But
yeah,
he had his main
yeah.
gold in the back, too. Like, it seems like a weird decision, but...
I mean, it was certainly awkward for him. He ended up putting his third TC where these Cav Archers from Chris are now. I think he maybe should have gone there and just defended. He had his main gold for quite a while. I don't understand why he pushed out there so early, and he ended up losing an awful lot defending that. And also, he really didn't deal with the elite skirms very well. Sometimes you want to switch into your own elite skirms. But we do need to get into the next game, so let's go back. And that was a good first game for sure.
You saw the power of the skirms right there. I was telling you about it earlier.
Yep, you're right about that.
The power of the skirmisher.